single day. And as far as Carifta trials and nationals coming up, what's going to be your mindset?
Well, just like the same thing Lyndon said, random people just come up to you and see the potential in you. So that just pushes you out. And then it's my parents who believe in me and who keep pushing me to go practice and just do my best. So
that's very important, you know, parents and supporters, you call those supporters, person that want to see you do well. Nationals right around the corner. Carifta trials. What's the expectations?
Me? Just to do my best. Go out there and perform.
And in doing your best, you think your times will put you in a category where you'll be able to ultimately make some of these national teams coming up?
Yes, sir, definitely.
There you have it, Lyndon and also Robert. These guys are doing an excellent job day in and day out, going to school every morning, after school practices, on the weekend practices. I'm pretty sure they're probably watching film, trying to eat the right way, and it's very difficult as a young athlete to try to eat the right way, you know, because you got those chicken and fries at lunchtime, hot parties at break time, donuts at break time, and then after school you got salty and all that stuff. And so you guys did an excellent job so far. What has been the response of schools? Because Island Sports just got completed on the weekend. You guys went to school Monday morning. How did everyone receive you guys? Hugs and all that stuff, and teachers were proud of you or what?
Yeah, so they were surprised to see me even run, because Wednesday I had a bad injury and went to the hospital, so everybody was shocked to see me run.
That means you doing any work in class today, or you have a free day?
I don't know, depending on the teachers.
What about you, Lyndon? What has been the response of the school population, principal, teachers, administration, all that stuff?
From yesterday, everywhere you walk, mother sick, Lyndon, you fast, and you gotta teach me what you see. He's like, right? Chicken. That's all it's chicken and Concord race. That's it.
As far as the next level, who is your favorite track and field athlete you've been watching so far?
Most definitely Terrence Jones.
That's amazing, because Terrence Jones, ladies and gentlemen, is actually one of his teammates. You know, Terrence Jones is currently a 12th grade student at Tabernacle. Lyndon is what grade are you in, Lyndon?
10.
Lyndon is in the 10th grade, so is one of his. That's amazing to know that one of your favorite athletes is actually someone that you go to school with. And of course, Terrence Jones is one person that is going to be, you know, he's going to make the Bombers really proud in this year and years to come. What about you, Robert? Who's one of your favorite track and field athletes that you want to mimic and inspire to be like?
Same way on the side of me. Then I used to do the hurdles.
Wow, this is absolutely amazing. Very touching that these two guys, you know, Robert admires Lyndon's drive and the way that he runs the hurdles. So maybe you guys can train together and figure it out. But hopefully, I know someone always wants to come first, someone always wants to come second. So hopefully these guys can continue on that trend where they're competing, because competition is good. You know, inner competition is good, because you push that next person, you bring the best out of them, and you maximize their talent. And these guys are doing an excellent job, and they're going to represent Grand Bahama at this year's Nationals. And hopefully both of these young men, also with Damasio and also Akeem, can one day represent our country at the junior level, whether it's Carifta or any kind of junior track and field championship game. So I just want to say, guys, congratulations and good luck moving forward for Nationals, and good luck of making this year's Carifta team. And I will certainly be following you guys and putting the pressure on you, because I want to see you do so well. And that's it for Sports 360 here on this beautiful day. Good luck to these guys. Again, congratulations, Tabernacles, for winning the senior division at the Grand Bahama Secondary School Athletic Association Championships, and also Sister Mary Patricia Russell on winning the junior division. It is track and field season. We have a whole lot ahead with track and field. But until next time, have a great evening. I'm Jay Philippe. Be blessed.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
Coming up in the news tonight, a major boost for the island with the return of cruise ship passengers. And 2 Grand Bahama men still missing and the police searching for answers. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Bahamas. I'm Shashina Rowe-Parkinson. As always, it is so great to have you with us. Topping news tonight, it was a grand day for the nation's second city as the island received a major boost with the return of cruise ship passengers this morning. The Adventure of the Seas will be, for the first time in history, home porting from the Bahamas in New Providence. However, every Friday, the ship will call on Grand Bahama as well. The nation's leader on island for the big celebration taking place at the Freeport Harbor, our Megan Shepherd was there.
A grand celebration marking the return of cruise passengers to the island of Grand Bahama after some long and challenging 16 months of inactivity due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Some 1,068 passengers arriving via the Royal Caribbean Cruise Line's Adventure of the Seas Friday morning. Prime Minister, the Most Honorable Dr. Hubert Minnis on island for the occasion, noting that this initiative coming to fruition after months of intense negotiations.
This includes, most importantly, the many industry stakeholders on Grand Bahama. The aim of the negotiations were threefold. First, to identify an exciting slate of options in tours, excursions, eco-adventures, and one-of-a-kind experiences that our cruise visitors could choose from. And secondly, to choose a list of ground transportation and professional service providers. And third, to source a list of procurement vendors for the purchase of fuel for the vessel and for the purchase of seafood and vegetables for the plates of the more than 1,000 guests and 900 plus crew aboard the Adventures of the Seas weekly cruise.
He adds that Royal Caribbean's home porting project has been a long-awaited opportunity for emerging entrepreneurs on Grand Bahama to bring to market new products and service offerings or to reinvest in their existing businesses.
Many attended the workshop sponsored by Royal Caribbean in conjunction with the Grand Bahama Chamber of Commerce. And no doubt, many have and will avail themselves of capital from the fund established with the Small Business Development Center from the $250,000 grant donated by Royal Caribbean for micro and small to medium-sized businesses on Grand Bahama, New Providence, and the Berry Islands.
Minister of Tourism, the Honorable Denicio D'Aguilar, thanking Royal Caribbean for their vision and commitment to returning passengers to this destination, noting that this is the spark to great things in the local tourism sector.
Today marks the ability for the Grand Bahama economy to feel the rebound of tourism that is clearly underway. Royal Caribbean's decision to invest in the economy of Grand Bahama, as you just heard, in more ways than just this initiative, is such a significant way, is a testament to your faith and confidence in this destination's potential and viability.
Minister of State for Grand Bahama and Finance, the Honorable Kwesi Thompson, also elated about what is expected to come for the island as thousands of passengers return to Grand Bahama throughout the summer months. Minister Thompson requesting just one thing from the officials of RCCL.
We want you to set up permanently a home porting project in the Bahamas. But that means, ladies and gentlemen, that we must be on our A game. And so we want to show Royal Caribbean, and we want to show all those cruises who are interested in home porting that we know how to do home porting in the Bahamas.
Russell Benford, Vice President of Government Relations for the Royal Caribbean Group, noting that the Adventure of the Seas is the first of its ships to return to the Western Hemisphere. He says the economic benefits will be far-reaching.
We are working with shore excursion providers to introduce new and exciting local cultural experiences for our guests. Our guests are extending their cruise vacations with pre- and post-stays to do a deeper exploration of the Bahamas, including the Family Islands. We are forging deeper relationships with local businesses and suppliers, retailers and restaurants, taxi drivers, and tour operations.
Some 918 crew members were a part of today's arrival. Now the stop to Grand Bahama will be a one-day visit, a part of a 7-day itinerary. Megan Shepard, ZNS Network News.
Thanks, Megan. Well, as Grand Bahama's cruise sector makes a rebound with the inaugural voyage of Adventure of the Seas, tonight our Italia Hall speaks with a number of passengers who toured various sites on this northern island, and they are calling the experience a breath of fresh air.
It is a sight that Grand Bahama has not seen in months due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Hundreds of tourists shopping, enjoying local tours and Bahamian food. At Pirates Cove, the beach was packed with visitors. S&D Tours was responsible for transporting over 200 tourists there from the Freeport Harbor. Representative Shylock Edwards Jr. says the group was taken to other areas of the island as well.
So they've been visiting a lot of the main sections of the city of Freeport. They went to some of the residential areas like Bahamia. They visited the open-air fruit market, which is in the downtown area. I know they had an amazing experience there as well. They visited some of just like really kind of get a good sightsee view of the city. A lot of people had a lot of questions, especially after Hurricane Dorian, especially after the pandemic.
Now our ZNS News team also had the opportunity to speak to some of the visitors.
The cruise ship staff have been wonderful. Their procedures are phenomenal, and the people are very friendly.
I really have been enjoying it. It's been wonderful, just the attitude and everything of the people and everybody I've spoken to. I love to speak to artisans and stuff.
This cruise has been nice. It's about my 12th, but I've been to Coco Cay twice, and that was something I hadn't done, so that was good. This Grand Bahama Island, first time I've been here too, so it's nice to see some other islands that I hadn't seen before, yeah.
This couple from Florida say they are happy to be cruising once again.
It's been a long time coming, 15 months, and it feels great to be back at sea. It's kind of liberating and exciting too.
No trepidations to do it again. So we did need to be vaccinated ahead of time, and we did have to be tested before we boarded, and then again yesterday so that we can get back home. It's a very seamless process to do that, and I just recommend paying attention to the communications because it's fluid and it does change over time.
Now from Pirates Cove, we visited the Garden of the Groves. Park manager Marilyn Lang says today they took some 17 guests on a tour, and that number is expected to increase.
They would have finished now their kayaking at the Lucaine National Park. So after finishing that, they're now having lunch at the garden. And once they would have completed their lunch, they get a chance to walk around in our beautiful garden and shop.
This family says after being unable to travel for so long, their vacation feels surreal.
It's been quite a while since we were able to get on a cruise, and this was our first opportunity, so we just made sure that we were aboard, and we had a couple of our grandkids with us, and it's just having a blast.
We went kayaking in the mangroves. It was beautiful. It was beautiful, and it was interesting. The tour guide told us about the mangroves and the ecosystem, and then we went out to the beach for an hour, and oh man, that's beautiful.
Italia Hall, ZNS Network News.
In other news, fire erupting at the Freeport container port this morning. The blaze was reportedly confined to a straddle carrier and was said to be quickly extinguished. The good news, no one was injured. Emergency fire crews from neighboring companies in the industrial park also responded in an effort to assist. Container port is said to be operating at full capacity, and the straddle fire will not impact the operations. The damaged straddle carrier, one of 63 at the transshipment terminal, will be out of commission as a result of damage incurred. 2 Grand Bahamian men remain missing, and police officials say information surrounding their whereabouts has not been forthcoming. Tonight, the press liaison officer giving some more insight into the disappearance. The details remain sketchy regarding the disappearance of 2 Grand Bahamian men. According to Assistant Superintendent of Police Stephen Roll, 39-year-old Shavargo T. McBride and 54-year-old Anthony DeVoe have not been seen or heard from since March 15th.
On the 22nd of March 2021, both men were reported missing by family members. Like I said, we will carry it missing person flyers. At this point, the police has no additional information regarding the whereabouts of both men.
But the men were reportedly last seen in New Providence. But which part of New Providence, no one knows.
To the point of view, reporting that yes, they were staying together. They were left probably together via a boat.
And no one has any idea which area they were headed in.
No, none of this time.
And now, after weeks of being missing, Roll says family members are becoming even more concerned.
They're all concerned with the family members, and they are doing whatever is necessary to try home safely.
39-year-old Shivargo T. McBride is described as having dark brown complexion, muscular build, and brown eyes with dreadlocks. His last known address is listed as number 169 Jumbay Drive, Wellington Pender Heights, and 54-year-old Anthony DeVoe is also reported missing, and he is described as dark brown, heavy built, 5 feet 6 inches tall with a low haircut and a missing right eye. His last known address is listed as number 2 Privateer Drive. Police say they have also reached out to Basra as well as international counterparts.
We've reached out to international law enforcement partners, and thus far we have responded with negative results. We just want to appeal to the public who might have any information in regards to those 2 men whereabouts. So please contact the police.
Stay with us. We'll be back in just a moment.
Come on down. Come on down. Now.
Third Dimension on Yellow Pine Street is having a Father's Day sale. June 18th and 19th. Take 15% off tools, plumbing, paint, electrical, and lawn and garden supplies. For only $55 per person, off the Deep Edge restaurant on Peel Street wants Dad to eat like a king. Father's Day dining begins at 12 noon until 8 p.m. Call 352-1664 or 688-1664.
When choosing a gift for Dad, you want to shop at H&L School Supplies and Bookstore over in the Arcade Building downtown. Find a selection of inspirational books, Bibles, game sets, mugs, photo albums, and frames, coffee mugs, tumblers, stuffed animals to create that perfect gift basket. Let Dad know how much you care this Father's Day. Shop H&L.
Yes, sir. What you saying, bro?
Man, everything cool. Right here waking dead hot. What you doing for lunch?
You catch me here checking out this ZNet Shopping Network site? I looking at this out to sea deal.
Yeah? How do one go?
For $30, you get a $50 coupon. 20% off fish at the stand, plus you get $10 in minutes.
Man, you can't beat that.
Well, out to sea it is. Log on to www.znsshoppingnetwork.com. Select the island of your choice and shop anywhere, anytime.
Make your dad feel extra special this Father's Day with a gift you know he will love. W Gifts can do just that. A special gift basket, a card that says it all, a variety of gifts that can make this Father's Day memorable. Happy Father's Day from W Gifts and Supplies.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. The Blood Donors Society of Grand Bahama will stage its annual blood drive as a part of a national push for World Blood Donor Day. The blood drive will take place this Saturday, June 19th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the IAT building on East Atlantic Drive opposite the Rand Memorial Hospital. Ladidra Marsh, president of the Blood Donors Society of Grand Bahama, and Claudia Glinton, laboratory manager at the Grand Bahama Health Services, are encouraging residents to support this initiative by volunteering to donate blood.
Our donors are the key pillar of our blood supply, and quite frankly, without them, we would have no blood to save lives each day. So on Saturday, we will be recognizing and celebrating the gift that they've given us and they continue to give the country. We are also pushing to document and grow our list of available blood donors through a local donor registry. And so on Saturday, everyone interested in becoming a part of that registry can also come out and register.
We want everyone to know that, of course, there are different criteria for donating blood, so we want to make sure that everybody comes on a full stomach and that they have eaten at least an hour before they come to donate. In terms of COVID, we'd like everyone to know that if you have had COVID and you have recovered, we want you to make sure that at least 2 weeks after your quarantine, you're able to donate blood.
Last year's winner of the Blood Drive Challenge was the Royal Bahamas Police Force. Dr. Catherine Adderley, Vice President of the Blood Donors Society, and Valeria Burrows, Assistant Director of Communications at the Grand Bahama Health Services, say the goal is to improve access to blood and blood products on the island through a reliable, safe, and robust supply.
What a lot of people don't realize is that blood has an expiration date. The blood that you give today only lasts a little bit over a month. So every month we need a new and replenishable supply of donors. So we are happy and excited to have everybody come out on Saturday, but we also need you to come out regularly and donate blood.
The ironic thing is the very life that you save could very well be yours. And so we are grateful, the Grand Bahama Health Services, for the partnerships and the sponsorships that avail themselves to support this national effort.
And that's a look at stories making news on this Friday evening. Here's a check on what's happening in sports with RJ Philippe.
Good evening, I'm Jay Philippe and welcome to Sports. Delayed but not denied. These high school players and coaches finally receiving their awards after an impressive high school volleyball season last year. The Grand Bahama Secondary School Athletic Association hosting the Oriole Nose Rosina Nesbitt High School Volleyball Championships 2020 awards presentation at the BMES Auditorium. BMES cleaned up winning the junior girls and junior boys division thanks to MVP Shakata Hudson and Aaron Prosper Jr. They also won the senior girls championship.
It was a good game. We have a rich legacy of winning championships here at BMES. I don't take it lightly. When we come out, we work hard and we expect the results that we get. And so just thanks be to God that they're finally able to be recognized for their hard work. In the midst of Dorian, in the midst of the pandemic, you know, I think it's a good opportunity to just reignite the flame that they had for sports, fan it a little bit, and get it going into a new year.
We came in there as the reigning champ, so we know the pressure was definitely on us to try to do it again. So it was definitely exciting, and for volleyball to actually book out a whole basketball gym was a big accomplishment on Sunlands and BMES. Right? So I was excited.
Winning the Senior Boys Championship was Sunland Baptist Academy.
It was a great experience to see those guys come out and play at a high level in volleyball. I was really proud of them. They did an excellent job. They followed the game plan. They executed. You know, it was really good.
Switching gears now to softball action will continue this weekend at the park with the Grand Bahama Amateur Softball Association. 3 games on schedule for Saturday. Expressmen will take on Pats Reds in Game 1. The second game will see Buckeye Men going up against Pats Reds. And the feature game will be a showdown between Immigration Enforcers and Buckeye Co-Ed. In baseball now, Grand Bayman Warren Sanders had the most productive stretch of his young minor league career in the St. Lucie Mets' recent series against Palm Beach Cardinals in Low A baseball. Sanders appeared in 5 of 6 games in the series where he had 11 hits, 2 RBIs, and 4 runs scored, including his first home run for the season. And that's a quick check on sports. I'm Jay Philippe. Be blessed.
The Ministry of Health is working to ensure the safety of the Bahamian people. Help us minimize the risk that coronavirus poses to citizens, residents, and visitors by following these 5 easy steps. Step 1. Wet your hands with clean water. Apply soap and lather for 20 seconds by rubbing them together. Include the top of your hands between your fingers and under your fingernails. Rinse your hands under clean water, then dry them with a paper towel or air dry them. Remember to wash your hands before and after eating, preparing a meal, changing a diaper, or caring for the sick, and always after using the bathroom, touching money, shaking hands, or taking out the trash. Step 2. Cough and sneeze in your elbow or upper sleeve, not in your hands, not in the air. Or you can cover your nose and mouth with a tissue when you cough or sneeze. Put your used tissue in the trash bin when you're finished. Remember to wash your hands with soap and clean water after you cough or sneeze. Also, remember never to spit on the ground, roads, or in open spaces. Step 3. Ensure that raw meat is properly handled and cooked thoroughly. Step 4. Avoid sharing drinking glasses, eating utensils like spoons and forks, or sharing personal items such as toothbrushes and towels. Germs can live on surfaces we touch, so wipe and disinfect surfaces where germs can live, and keep your surroundings clean. Step 5. Avoid close contact with anyone showing symptoms of respiratory illness, such as coughing or sneezing. Should you or anyone you know feel that you have been exposed to the coronavirus, contact the surveillance unit of the Ministry of Health immediately. To reach us, call 502-4776, 502-4790, or 502-4737. We want Bahamians and those that live with and visit us to remain safe from the coronavirus. To do this, we need the help of each and every one of you to follow the simple steps we have shared. Let's stay safe, Bahamas.
Celebrate Father's Day at any of the 2 fabulous restaurants at the Grand Lacayan Hotel, Churchill's or Portobello's for a delightful Father's Day brunch. Tickets on sale at Lighthouse Point Lobby, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. daily.
Dollar Deals, located in the Old Sound Plaza, downtown Freeport, has balloons and gift items for graduation and Father's Day. Visit us today. Like and share us on Facebook. Happy Father's Day and congrats, class of 2021.
Shop with the Nautica Boutique Store, the most comfortable shopping space with the best in men's attire. They have discounted Father's Day packages for the beach dad, casual dad, and dress dad available for gifting. Visit them in Port Lacaya.
When choosing a gift for Dad, you want to shop at H&L School Supplies and Bookstore over in the Arcade Building downtown. Find a selection of inspirational books, Bibles, game sets, mugs, photo albums, and frames, coffee mugs, tumblers, stuffed animals to create that perfect gift basket. Let Dad know how much you care this Father's Day. Shop H&L.
Third Dimension on Yellow Pine Street is having a Father's Day sale. June 18th and 19th. Take 15% off tools, plumbing, paint, electrical, and lawn and garden supplies.
Have you gotten a gift for your dad, grandfather, uncle for Father's Day? Parfum de Paris has a wide selection of items for fathers this year, including various designer fragrances, watches, luggage, and don't forget their new land offerings of wallets, belts, keychains, briefcases, and much more. In addition, remember to enter for one of the 2 fabulous gift baskets worth over $500. Parfum de Paris, Grand Bahama's leading supplier of fragrances, watches, leather, designer accessories, and more. Visit their location at 17th Centre downtown or Port Lacaya.
Come on, boy, don't jump. Don't jump, you all right? Man, I so stressed out. I could use a massage.
Oh, no, don't look at me. I don't do them things. Why don't you check out the ZNS Shopping Network? They may be able to help you with something like that.
You think they have something for that?
Yeah, man, for sure.
For New Day Spa?
That's the place where the girls they must rub you down and fill you up.
Look, I am buying this coupon for the hot stone massage. Renew Day Spa it is. I'm going.
Hey, look here, wait for me. I rolling with you.
Log on to www.znsshoppingnetwork.com. Select the island of your choice and shop anywhere, anytime.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Abilene Jones, you are our Facebook friend of the day. We appreciate your support. And we have to say a special happy birthday to our very own Jamila Mizik. Jamila, we hope that you are enjoying your day. And that is going to do it for us here in the North. On behalf of our entire ZNS News team, we are wishing you a happy Friday. Stay with us. The Bahamas Tonight continues.
The morning edition on ZNS Television will not be broadcast during the period of June 21st through 25th. Consequently, we invite you, as usual, to join us at 7 p.m. for the Bahamas Tonight on TV 13. We apologize for the inconvenience caused.
A story that has been passed on for generations.
Oh, yeah, I traveled around the world about 3 times.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Where did you go that were the places that stood out for you?
Well, we enjoyed we went about 3 times to Hong Kong, Bangkok, London. Well, we went to Los Angeles. We would pick the children up.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
ZNS Shopping Network is the place for deals. Check out the deals Variety Disposable Products has just for you. Log on to www.znsshoppingnetwork.com, select the island of your choice, and shop anywhere, anytime.
Good evening again, Bahamas. I'm Shashina Roll-Farquharson. Welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. We thank you so much for staying tuned in. Topping news, nearly 1 week after Royal Caribbean International launched the country's cruise homeporting initiative in New Providence, officials of the cruise line unveiled a similar program here on Grand Bahama today. Our Megan Shepherd reports that the Prime Minister is looking forward to the initiative to not only boost Grand Bahama's tourism sector, but its economy as well.
A grand celebration marking the return of cruise passengers to the island of Grand Bahama after some long and challenging 16 months of inactivity due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Some 1,068 passengers arriving via the Royal Caribbean Cruise Line's Adventure of the Seas Friday morning. Prime Minister, the Most Honorable Dr. Hubert Minnis on island for the occasion, noting that this initiative coming to fruition after months of intense negotiations.
And this includes, most importantly, the many industry stakeholders on Grand Bahama. The aim of the negotiations were threefold. First, to identify an exciting slate of options in tours, excursions, eco-adventures, and one-of-a-kind experiences that our cruise visitors could choose from. And secondly, to choose a list of ground transportation and professional service providers. And third, to source a list of procurement vendors for the purchase of fuel for the vessel and for the purchase of seafood and vegetables for the plates of the more than 1,000 guests and 900 plus crew aboard the Adventures of the Seas weekly cruise.
He adds that Royal Caribbean's home porting project has been a long-awaited opportunity for emerging entrepreneurs on Grand Bahama to bring to market new products and service offerings or to reinvest in their existing businesses.
Many attended the workshop sponsored by Royal Caribbean in conjunction with the Grand Bahama Chamber of Commerce. And no doubt, many have and will avail themselves of capital from the fund established with the Small Business Development Center from the $250,000 grant donated by Royal Caribbean for micro and small to medium-sized businesses on Grand Bahama, New Providence, and the Berry Islands.
Minister of Tourism, the Honorable Denicio D'Aguilar, thanking Royal Caribbean for their vision and commitment to returning passengers to this destination, noting that this is the spark to great things in the local tourism sector.
Today marks the ability for the Grand Bahama economy to feel the rebound of tourism that is clearly underway. Royal Caribbean's decision to invest in the economy of Grand Bahama, as you just heard, in more ways than just this initiative, is such a significant way, is a testament to your faith and confidence in this destination's potential and viability.
Minister of State for Grand Bahama and Finance, the Honorable Kwesi Thompson, also elated about what is expected to come for the island as thousands of passengers return to Grand Bahama throughout the summer months. Minister Thompson requesting just one thing from the officials of RCCL.
We want you to set up permanently a home porting project in the Bahamas. But that means, ladies and gentlemen, that we must be on our A game. And so we want to show Royal Caribbean, and we want to show all those cruises who are interested in home porting that we know how to do home porting in the Bahamas.
Russell Benford, Vice President of Government Relations for the Royal Caribbean Group, noting that the Adventure of the Seas is the first of its ships to return to the Western Hemisphere. He says the economic benefits will be far-reaching.
We are working with shore excursion providers to introduce new and exciting local cultural experiences for our guests. Our guests are extending their cruise vacations with pre- and post-stays to do a deeper exploration of the Bahamas, including the Family Islands. We are forging deeper relationships with local businesses and suppliers, retailers and restaurants, taxi drivers, and tour operations.
Some 918 crew members were a part of today's arrival. Now the stop to Grand Bahama will be a one-day visit, a part of a 7-day itinerary. Megan Shepard, ZNS Network News.
In other news, an array of capital works projects being conducted across the country this 2021-2022 fiscal period. Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Public Works, the Honorable Desmond Bannister, provided more details on those initiatives in Parliament on Thursday. Our Fern Carey reports.
the Ministry of Public Works conducting a number of building and maintenance construction projects across the country. Minister with Responsibility, Deputy Prime Minister, the Honourable Desmond Bannister, provided more details on those projects in his contribution to the budget debate in Parliament Thursday. He says the upgrades are necessary as Government House is over 200 years old, and while there has been additions and renovations to that building, the last major renovation took place back in 1940.
The project commenced in June last year during the height of the COVID-19 pandemic and amidst lockdowns and curfews. The project had a completion date of October 2021, which has now been revised to January, February 2022. The contractor is optimistic that there being no other setbacks, that he is able to complete the project by December 31st, 2021, this year. At the height of the construction, about 60 to 80 Bahamians have been employed. And this project has presented many challenges as the decay in Government House is extensive. However, the results of all of our efforts will yield an extensively renovated and restored Government House that will make Bahamians proud.
Minister Bannister also indicated that renovations to the Freeport Post Office are underway. This after the structure fell into a state of disrepair over the years.
To date, the roof has been completely repaired. All windows and doors have been changed to hurricane impact, and the structural works are nearing completion. Outstanding works include, but not limited to, the replacing of all mailboxes, new AC chiller system, new restrooms, kitchenette, and completely new modernized circulation desk. Projected practical completion, September 2020.
Capital works are also being carried out in other family islands.
Construction of South Andrews All-Purpose Gymnasium. The phase 2 of the construction of the South Andrews All-Purpose Gymnasium began in January 2021. This multi-purpose structure will serve as a hurricane shelter, a gymnasium for various indoor sports and recreation, a center with classrooms for our physical programs, and a fitness center. When completed, it will be the largest gym in the country.
Fern Carey, ZNS Network News.
Meantime, the government investing over $100 million into massive upgrades and renovations for the country's public health care system. In his contribution to the budget debate in the House of Assembly Thursday, Health Minister, the Honorable Ranwood Wells, indicated that apart from improving service delivery in the country, the renovations and upgrades will also enhance the bed space in the public health care sector while providing new revenue opportunities.
These opportunities will offset an investment in physical improvements of the facility by incorporating an approximately 20 to 25% of all bed spaces as private rooms within the PHA ambit. The Public Hospitals Authority intends to attract a ready market to service the operational costs and the repayment of the loan. With the addition of these private rooms, Mr. Speaker, this investment will increase revenue opportunities in these service areas of our healthcare delivery.
Plans are also underway for the implementation of a one medical record system for all public health care services. And once it becomes a reality, it will mark a milestone for the country.
There is only one country on the globe currently that has one medical EHR system, electronic health record system for all its citizens. That nation, Mr. Speaker, happens to be the State of Israel. I can now announce to the Bahamian people that the second nation on earth to do so will be the Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
Stay with us. We're just getting started. There's more news after the break.
You have enough things to worry about. Living in a world that can seem opposite of the things you are trying to accomplish.
I can need a little help with this.
We're here to let you know that you don't have to go at it alone. Choose peace of mind. Choose comfort. Choose CB. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Elevate your experience with BTC Superfast Fiber Home Internet, which unlocks unlimited mobile talk, data, and roaming. for as low as $50 per line. Enjoy more savings and value with internet speeds of up to 600 megabits per second and all the connectivity you need on the go. An elevated experience starts with BTC at home, powering unlimited mobile talk, data, and roaming plus great savings. Visit a BTC store or btcbahamas.com for more details.
You know that feeling you get when you have an uncontrollable desire for fried chicken? That's the KFC. A substance that stimulates your senses to identify the aroma of our secret recipe or an extra crispy crunch from any distance. It's invisible to the naked eye, but you can feel it traveling throughout your body, taking control so you can enjoy a juicy bite of KFC. Ignite your senses with KFC.
Welcome back. The Judicial and Legal Service Commission clarifying the recent Supreme Court justices and magistrates' appointments. The commission declared its independence in a press release Thursday and confirmed they or members of the executive or legislative branches do not play any role in the appointment of Supreme Court justices or stipendiary and circuit magistrates. The individuals are appointed by the Governor General upon advice from the Judicial and Legal Service Commission. The Commission stated that vacancies for substantive judicial appointments are advertised through the media in order to create a level playing field for all persons who apply. The Commission published vacancy notices for the most recent judicial appointments, and under this procedure, no individual was in a preferred position for a Supreme Court or magistrate appointment. Upon receiving applications, the Commission carefully reviewed and considered them before making the decision to advise the Governor General on the successful applicants. To ensure integrity and fairness, only persons who submitted a completed and signed application within the relevant time periods were considered for the posts. The Judicial and Legal Services Commission also announcing that due to recent Supreme Court appointments, the offices of the Supreme Court Registrar and the coroner will be vacant. Now, interested persons can apply for these positions once public notices have been published. In news from the courts, 37-year-old Carisha Williams was arraigned before Chief Magistrate Joyanne Ferguson Pratt in Magistrates Court number 9 today for a laundry list of stealing charges. The former bank employee was arraigned for allegedly stealing over $150,000. According to the court, the alleged incident took place between July 2018 and December 2019. Williams pleaded not guilty to 10 out of the 47 counts of stealing by reason of employment. Her co-defendant, Kareem Murphy, was also charged and pleaded not guilty to 4 counts of money laundering. Now, bail was denied and the matter has been adjourned to this Monday, June 21st, for a bail application hearing. Williams is expected to appear in court again on June 28th on the remaining counts of stealing by reason of employment and money laundering. Both defendants have been remanded to the Department of Corrections. Financial Investigations Branch officers took a former cabinet minister and parliamentarian Vincent Pete into custody today. Authorities tell us that he was arrested for stealing by reason of employment. Reports indicate that he was reportedly given funds by a client and misappropriated those funds. He was expected to be released on police bail later today. And from the Crime Beat, police in the capital searching for the persons responsible for the country's latest homicide. The incident unfolded shortly after 10 o'clock last night on Alacosa Street in Garden Hills. When police arrived on the scene, they found 2 males and a female suffering from gunshot injuries. Initial inquiries revealed that a silver mid-sized vehicle approached the Garden Hills home, where a man and a woman were sitting outside on a wall. A male then came out of the vehicle armed with a firearm and fired at the man and woman injuring both of them. The shooter then returned to the vehicle, and as the driver attempted to flee the scene, they were obstructed by another vehicle that was traveling in the opposite direction. One of the suspects then came out of the vehicle and fired several shots at that vehicle that was obstructing them. The driver was shot several times about the body. Police confirmed that one of the men died from his injuries in hospital, while the other victims are detained in stable condition. Now, an intense investigation into this matter continues. Meantime, several New Providence residents getting some much-needed help today. It's part of a massive community project organized by Police Commissioner Paul Roll and Senior Pastor of the Voice of Deliverance Church, Apostle Leon Wallace, who wants to assist those residents experiencing financial challenges. They received food items as well as health care services at the Golden Gates Assembly on Carmichael Road.
Over in the church right now, we have vaccination going on that got started at 9 a.m. this morning. And what I did was to bring out my medic, the police medic, and they're set up on the tent under this being Men's Week. And we are offering free pressure checks, glucose testing, and some other little testing. They give the persons who get that, they will be given a voucher.
Apostle Wallace and Golden Gates Assembly Senior Pastor Archbishop Ross Davis were pleased with the community's response.
We're so glad because the food is so needed. Sir, the food is needed, and they came at the right time. And we are grateful to God for giving them the heart that they have.
I see it as something very good, something that is needful, something that is right on many levels.
Stay with us. We'll be back right after this.
Tourism today. Bahamas tourism today.
Hey, it's Charlie Bahama, and we are here at the vaccination site asking people to tell us their vaccination story.
Right now, it's pretty good. I mean, it's the usual little prick. I was going to cry, honestly, because I don't like needles, but the nurse who administered the shot, she was really cool with it, and she helped me to, be tough. Yes, so it was a pretty good experience, and I'm looking forward to the second one so I could hopefully have my vaccine card and travel.
Well, most certainly it's important not only to myself, but the interests of my family. I have 4 grandchildren. I would like to be around to be able to assist them in their needs if God provides me life in that aspect. And from all information that I was to have read upon, this seemed to be quite the thing to do to make sense. On the flip side of that, there's been so much terrible misinformation. And if you're not careful, you'll find yourself on the wrong side of the fence when you could have avoided complexities that may be brought about later.
When you wanna save money on your tile supplies, who you gonna call? The Tile King. When you tile your house and you wanna look good, who you gonna call? The Tile King.
Visit the new Tile King showroom, which is internationally recognized as the finest tile showroom in the Caribbean, located in the Builders Mall on Wolf Road.
The Tile King. Who you gonna call? The Tile King.
Tiles on everything.
You watch them grow and make plans for them even before they're old enough to talk. You spend a lifetime of sacrifice to pave the way for their success and create a tomorrow you too can be proud of. Can you tell who is the investor? At Leno, we believe everyone who has ever put a penny aside for a future dream is an investor. If you're new to investing, Leno's financial experts stand ready to design plans based on your goals. Let's sit down and explore the options one-on-one and see how, together, we can make your dreams come true. Whether considering traditional investments like a new home, car, your own business, security in retirement, or your child's college fund, we take the confusion out of the process and make an investor out of you. Call 396-3225 for an appointment. Leno, your bridge to the future.
ZNS Shopping Network is the place for deals. Check out the deals Mama Sassy's Gourmet Foods has just for you. Log on to www.znsshoppingnetwork.com, select the island of your choice, and shop anywhere, anytime.
Join up for life insurance. Secure the ones that you love. Join up with Family Guardian. We offer full protection. Join the family. Join the family. Family Guardian. Protect the ones you love. A friend that you can trust. Family Guardian.
Shell Unleaded improves your fuel economy, giving increased miles per gallon, allowing you to do more of what you really want. Special additives used in Shell Unleaded improve your engine's efficiency. So go further with Shell Unleaded. Venture out to beaches, Junkanoo, and festivals and bring home memories that will last a lifetime. Shell, fueling journeys that matter.
Members of the Mount Moriah Transformers Band getting an opportunity to expand their musical talents abroad, and that's thanks to a new partnership with a university in the United States. Fern Carey tells us more.
Some 23 members of the Mount Moriah Transformers Band benefiting from a scholarship opportunity to attend Alabama State University in the United States. The grant is the result of a new partnership with that American institution. The youth band was established a few years ago in the Mount Moriah constituency in partnership with the South Central Division in order to provide a positive outlet for young people in that community. Area Member of Parliament and Minister of National Security, the Honorable Marvin Dames, says he is extremely proud of the scholarship recipients.
Just listen in the background. The music is amazing. And so what's going to happen over the next few days is these individuals will have an opportunity to audition for Professor Howard with the opportunity of walking away with the scholarship. And they're also looking not only at music, but academics as well. And this is what building community is all about.
Commissioner of Police Paul Rowles says the initiative plays a pivotal role in helping young people become productive citizens.
They have all done very well over the last year, and we have some of them who are interested in furthering their education. What we do is we help to make that possible, and so we've been scouring around to find opportunities for them in order for them to advance their education. And so today you'll hear that I believe there are about 2 groups that are part of what we have been doing. And out of that 50 scholarships that we hope to get, obviously you can see that many of them, I would imagine, would be recipient.
The band members got an opportunity to show off their musical talents to a representative from Alabama State University during a music scholarship workshop on Wednesday. Alabama State's Professor Edward P.J. Howard says the scholarship recipients have outstanding musical skills.
We look for students who are fundamentally sound, who know basic scales and can do some basic sight reading and so on and so forth. Not too strenuous, but we want to make sure that the students are fundamentally sound. One thing we'll say that the students here in the Bahamas are very similar to the ones in New Orleans, Louisiana, with their tenacity, their undying love and passion for music, and their drive. And I'm very impressed, to say the least.
Fern Carey, ZNS Network News.
Thanks for and well tributes continue to pour in for national sports icon and international Hall of Famer, the late Peter Gilcood. The community builder and philanthropist died last week at the age of 67. He was a patron of the Red Cross Center for the Deaf, and administrators, staff, and students paid final tribute to his dedication to the institution during a ceremony at Grace Community Church. The center's principal is Sonia Curry-Roll.
Whenever we have any other activities by way of graduation or end of term, end of year activities, he would be the person who would be a part of it. He made our children believe that they were important and that they could do anything they wanted to do. You will see today in a tribute by one of our graduates who is a very good basketball player. Peter said to him, "I want you to one day be the first deaf person to go to the NBA." You know, so he always had big dreams for them.
There you have it. Well, as we head to the break, we'd like to thank all of our viewers watching us live on social media platforms. And just in case you missed the news, be sure to head there to catch up. Stay with us. There's more news after the break.
Health is the greatest gift. That's where we come in. Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies is a premier distributor of medical equipment, as well as medical and surgical consumables. Our engineers are always on hand, providing top care service that saves lives. We carry a wide selection of over-the-counter and prescription items, IV fluids, and other injections. Our products are state-of-the-art, and our entire team stays on top of cutting-edge technology. With more than 2 decades of dedicated service, Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies continues to be a trendsetter and innovator in healthcare. We have set ourselves apart by truly caring for our customers. We understand the intricacies of healthcare, and we produce spectacular results. We cherish our partnerships and nurture our friendships as we continue on our quest to help everyone maintain that wonderful gift of good health. Find us on 9th Fifth Terrace, Centerville, right in the heart of the medical service epicenter of Nassau, Bahamas.
Days come and days go, but each day has specials at super value and quality supermarkets like Crisco vegetable oil, 48-ounce bottle, $3.49. Hunt's ketchup, 32-ounce jar, $2.39. Best Yet macaroni and cheese, 7 1/4-ounce box, 2 for $1.29. Idaho potatoes, 5-pound bag, $3.39. Dana spare ribs, $2.69 per pound. If it's value you want, you really want super value and quality supermarkets.
The Atlantic hurricane season runs from June 1st to November 30th. When a hurricane alert is issued for your area, which indicates the possibility that you could experience hurricane conditions within 60 hours, you should begin the initial stages of preparation for the storm. When the storm is 48 hours away, a hurricane watch is issued. Once a watch is issued, be sure to get updates from the Met Office via television or radio. Get your battery-powered radio ready. Keep your emergency supply kit, blankets, and sleeping bags handy, and keep children and pets indoors. Be sure you have extra cash and a car tank full of gas. Fill all prescriptions. A hurricane warning means that a storm with winds up to 74 miles per hour or more is 36 hours away. At this point, secure all windows with shutters and plywood. Place your valuables in a waterproof container and store them on the highest floor in your home or in the safest area. This public service announcement has been brought to you by the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas in conjunction with the National Emergency Management Agency.
Welcome back. Telecommunications plays a major part in hurricane readiness and preparation. And with the Atlantic hurricane season already underway, the Bahamas Telecommunications Company's Chief Executive Officer, Andre Foster, confirming that all systems are a go for the company.
Absolutely confident that we have put as much resiliency as we humanly can into every part of our network.
All right. From the perspective of the fiber to the home service, it's not really dependent on anything other than our central office being operational. And our central offices always have redundant power. They also have backup batteries, so there's a lot of resiliency there. With this fiber to the home network, it's all passive to the household. So as long as your house has power, and we provide a battery backup with a solution that will enable our ONT that requires power in your house to be online. As long as you have power at home, our services are always up.
And the recently appointed CEO adding that the company's customer service and technical support has also been revamped.
You know, everything that we do, really, the customer is at the heart of what we focus on. So our contact centers are absolutely have been expanded to support this. We've tried to make sure that our installation and repair times have improved. The other thing that we have focused on is making sure that we have a lot more self-service. I mentioned the virtual store and the concierge service. So we are now coming to customers rather than expecting them to come to us. So there's a big focus on making sure that customers are serviced where they are and in a rapid time frame. So we have improved that.
Well, it's time now for a check on tonight's weather forecast. Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean joins us with the weekend temperatures. Good evening, Basil.
Time now for weather.
Cloudy skies. Temperature 90 degrees, relative humidity 58%. The winds out of the southeast at 14 miles per hour. The barometric pressure 1,017.7 millibars. That's 30.05 inches, and the pressure is steady. The temperatures around the Family Violence are brought to you by Family Guardian Insurance Company. We're protecting you. 82 degrees in Freeport, Grand Bahama, and Green Till, Key Marsh, have record 83 degrees. 84 in the Berry Islands and Allenstown, Bimini, Harper Island, 83. 90 degrees here in the capital, as we told you already. Fresh Creek, Central Andros, 85. 84 degrees in Rock Sound, Lutra. In Kemps Bay, 85. Black Point, Exuma, 85 degrees. Allenstown, Island at 84. Also, Georgetown, Exuma, 84, and that extends right into Rum Key and San Salvador, Clarencetown as well. Crooked Island, 84 degrees, and we have more of the 84 showing up in Ragged Island and Acklands. Matthew County, Niagara, at 85 degrees, and the Turks and Caicos Island reporting 85 degrees. And your boating forecast tonight is brought to you by Builders Mall, home of FYP, the Tile King, and the Paint Setter. In the Northwestern Islands tonight through Saturday, the winds are going to be east to southeast at 10 to 15 knots. The wave heights 2 to 4 feet. Low tide takes place at 9:01 tonight, another low tide at 9:27 tomorrow morning. And for the central Bahamas tonight through Saturday, southeast winds speed a little stiffer at 12 to 18 knots, and the wave heights 3 to 6 feet. Hence, we'll put a caution flag in place for the boaters in the central Bahamas. The southeast Bahamas will wind stronger again at 15 to 20 knots out of the southeast, wave heights 4 to 7 feet. And as we take you into Sunday in the northwestern islands, the wind starting to increase out of the southeast, 12 to 18 knots, wave heights building 3 to 6 feet over the ocean. So caution flag will go up for the northwest Bahamas on Sunday. Low tide on Sunday takes place at 10:22 in the morning with a high tide at 4:47 in the afternoon in the central and southeastern islands on Sunday. Southeast winds at 15 to 20 knots and the wave heights 4 to 7 feet. So the caution flags will continue right through the central and southeastern islands into Sunday. And now it's time for your international temperatures, and they are brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. In Miami, 92 in Orlando, Florida. Fort Lauderdale, 86 degrees Fahrenheit, and have a low of around 81 degrees tomorrow. And as we take you a little further, in Atlanta, 91 degrees, 77, 84, and 69 in New York. San Francisco, 77 and 58. Washington, D.C., 87 and 73 degrees. In Los Angeles, that's in California, 88, 65. Toronto, 70 and 66 for low. Raleigh, North Carolina, 90 and 72, 88 degrees. In Kingston, Jamaica, they should have a low temperature of 82 degrees. In London, 60 degrees and 52 for a low. Paris, 77 and 60. Chicago, 87 and 72. In Houston, 95 and 74 degrees. And we're in Montreal, Canada, 76 and 65. Port-au-Prince, Haiti, 94 and 74. Port of Spain and Trinidad, 89 and 78. And Bridgetown, Barbados, 86 and 80. That's going to do it for your international temperatures brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But stay tuned, your extended weather forecast is still ahead.
Time now for weather.
Thanks, Basil. Stay with us. A check on sports up next.
Joining the Alive Network has never been so easy. And if you're thinking about joining the Alive Network, or you're already in the in crowd and you need a little refresher, then this one is for you. When you're joining the Alive Network, you have two options when it comes to payment plans. You have the prepaid option or you have the postpaid option. And today we'll be talking about the benefits of the prepaid option. And one of those benefits I'm at here today, we're at Shell gas station where we have a pop-up for that Freedom 6 plan where you can win awesome prizes. So what are some of the perks of being a prepaid customer? Take a look.
I'll start off by simply explaining what being a prepaid customer means. All this means is that when you go to purchase plans weekly or monthly, you're able to change that plan at your leisure. You can purchase a Freedom 12 7-day plan this week and decide next week you want a 30-day Liberty 45 plan. That's flexibility. Our current prepaid plans are as follows. We have our 1-day Freedom 4 plan, our 7-day Freedom 6, Freedom 12, and Freedom 35 plan, and our 30-day Liberty 30, Liberty 45, Liberty 60, Liberty 90, and Liberty 140 plans. And if you didn't know, all of our plans also include free unlimited Alive to Alive text and Alive to Alive calls. So what else can you look forward to? Prepaid only promotions. For example, currently when you purchase select plans within your MyLive app or at your local reseller like that Freedom 6 or Liberty 45, you're entered to win amazing prizes from Samsung devices to grocery vouchers, free plans, and so much more. You're also automatically a member of our exclusive rewards program, The List. But remember, your status within the list is based on your live spend within a 30-day period.
So there you have it, a quick little crash course on the perks of being a prepaid customer. If you're already an Alive customer, continue to look out for some awesome deals. If you're not, what are you waiting on?
Hurricane season is here, so now's the time to start checking off your list. Make note of what you have. Test your batteries, radio, flashlights, and the expiry date on your first aid kit. You may have to replace a few things. Then make sure you have at least 1 gallon of drinking water per day for each person, 2 weeks supply of non-perishable food, a cooler for ice, and if you have an infant, pack a bag of baby items. Keep spare toilet paper, paper towels, and sanitation wipes, along with cleanup supplies, trash bags, waterproof packaging for personal documents, and mosquito repellent. Have 2 extra face masks per person and enough hand sanitizer and life vests for everyone in the household. And have a plan. If shelter gets compromised, plan with household members beforehand how you will escape. That might mean having a knife, axe, crowbar, or other tool to pry open a door, window, or roofing in an emergency. For more information and a full hurricane prep checklist, visit ZNSBahamas.com.
The morning edition on ZNS Television will not be broadcast during the period of June 21st through 25th. Consequently, we invite you, as usual, to join us at 7 p.m. for the Bahamas Tonight on TV 13. We apologize for the inconvenience caused.
Get a 50-50 lifeline from BAS. 50-50. Okay, I'll take away 2 of the wrong answers. But be careful, my jitney riders. Because on jitney 242, 3 strikes, and you're up. And I'm sorry, my brother, but there's 3 strikes against you. 3 strikes and you are what? Out. Get out of my chair.
I got my $1.25 headed out the house. I flag it down, then I take a seat on the bus. The driver turned around and asked me if I want to make bucks. See, my seat no white dad broke, so I must see in luck.
And here's a brief look at sports.
Sports is brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Welcome to sports. In her first game away from her team in the WNBA, Jonquil Jones helping Bosnia and Herzegovina women's national team breeze past the Belgium squad 70-55 as Group C play got underway in the European Women's Basketball Championship in France on Thursday. The other two teams in the group are Slovenia and Turkey, and Bosnia and Herzegovina has to finish in the top three to advance. The winner of the group automatically earns a spot into the Eurobasket Women's 2021 quarterfinals. The top six nations will advance to qualifying tournaments for FIBA in 2022. On Thursday, Jones had a double-double for her team, dropping in 13 points and collecting a game-high 17 rebounds in 38.5 minutes on the floor. She shot 4 for 11 from the floor and was 1 for 6 from distance. With the Fed and Davis Cup teams set to travel, BLTA President Perry Newton speaking on player availability as well as the protocols that will await the Bahamian players.
Everybody's excited. We used the same selection from 2020. So, everybody was excited, and we had persons inquire if any openings were available. So we have people ready that say that if it's needed, they're ready to go. So people are prepared to play. They're excited for the opportunity to compete at this high level. It's going to be mandatory testing when they get in, and, they're going to be tested every other day. We have several persons who are fully vaccinated, but, that doesn't matter. So they're still going to have to go through the testing, and it's going to be a bubble. So it's going to be hotel, venue, hotel.
And that's been a look at sports. More news when we return.
ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Elevate your experience with BTC Superfast Fiber Home Internet, which unlocks unlimited mobile talk, data, and roaming for as low as $50 per line. Enjoy more savings and value with internet speeds of up to 600 megabits per second and all the connectivity you need on the go. An elevated experience starts with BTC at home, powering unlimited mobile talk, data, and roaming plus great savings. Visit a BTC store or btcbahamas.com for more details.
COVID-19 has killed millions around the world. It has made millions more sick. Travel has been reduced. There has been economic hardship. We have not been able to be as close to our families, friends, and colleagues as we were accustomed to. I know this has been a difficult time. Vaccinations are our way out of this terrible pandemic. Getting vaccinated can save your life. It can save the lives of your loved ones. The more we get vaccinated, the more we can further open our economy, creating more jobs and longer working hours. I have been vaccinated. My wife Patricia has been vaccinated. We feel great. The vaccines have been tested. They are safe. They are effective. I encourage each eligible Bahamian to get vaccinated. Come forward when it is your time. Each shot helps end the pandemic in the Bahamas. I got my vaccine. Now, you get yours.
Make your appointment today at vax.gov.bs. That's vax.gov.bs.
I got mine, you get yours, get vaccinated. I got mine, you get yours, get vaccinated. It's protecting me, protecting you. It's protecting the country too. I got mine, you get yours, get vaccinated. I got mine, you get yours, get vaccinated. I got mine, you get yours, get vaccinated. It's protecting me, protecting you. It's protecting the country too. I got mine, you get yours, get vaccinated.
This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health in conjunction with Bahamas Information Services.
We said when getting into the water, go feet first. Always swim with a buddy and always have a designated water watcher. But before we send you off to have fun, here's one last piece of advice. Learn how to swim. Besides being an excellent exercise option and a super fun hobby, swimming is a basic life skill that can save your life. Knowing how to maneuver in the water will help if there's ever an emergency.
Learning how to swim includes learning how to float. Drowning is silent, so when you learn how to float and you stop panicking, your face is out of water at least, then you can get air and you can start to relax and you can regain your composure to start to swim and at least call for help.
Crystal Darling, ZNS Digital Media.
Yes, sir. What you saying, bro?
Man, everything cool. Right here waking dead hot. What you doing for lunch?
You catching me here checking out this ZNS Shopping Network site? I looking at this out to sea deal.
Yeah? How do one go?
For $30, you get a $50 coupon. 20% off fish at the stand, plus you get $10 in minutes.
Man, you can't beat that.
Well, out to sea it is. Log on to www.znsshoppingnetwork.com. Select the island of your choice and shop anywhere, anytime.
Well, it's time for our final look at weather. We get you started with a look at our satellite picture, and you can see in the Gulf of Mexico and this area of low pressure becoming well organized. Is right now what we call a potential tropical cyclone. It's packing winds of about 45 miles per hour, moving towards the north at about 16 miles per hour, and it should make inland somewhere near Louisiana during the course of the night, and could become a tropical storm just before it makes landfall. Right now, even though the winds are of tropical storm status, it's not yet a tropical storm, and that's simply because we do not yet have a close circulation at the surface. Trough enough of that system, as you can see on our satellite picture, stretching just to the north of Grand Bahama and the Abacos, keeping some clouds in the area during the course of the night and tomorrow. Forecast for tonight, also mostly cloudy and warm conditions, a bit on the muggy side, and that's because the low temperature is going to be around 79 degrees, and tomorrow we are looking at periods of clouds and sunshine with some haziness in the skies as well. Temperatures pretty hot at 90 degrees. And your extended weather forecast over the next 7 days, the weekend looking pretty nice, dry conditions with a bit of cloud and sunshine during the daytime. Those high time temperatures, they're going to be in the 90s right through Monday before we drop them back into the upper 80s on Tuesday. And it seems as though that will hold for the balance of the week. Nighttime temperatures, they're going to be at the upper 70s to low 80s. Regina?
Thanks, Basil. That does it for the Bahamas tonight. We thank you for making ZNS your #1 news source, as only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. On behalf of the entire ZNS news team, thank you for watching. Have a wonderful Friday evening. I'm Shashina Wolf-Farquharson. Good night.
Do you know that adherence is more than taking medications? It calls to you to stick to the medical regimen as prescribed by your healthcare provider. Please keep your lab appointments, as these determine the effects medications are having on your body. Follow-up doctor's appointments are necessary.